Daredevil Born Again Season 2 is apparently already planned. Cannes Film Festival in June will premiere some of the year's biggest movies, and Adam Sandler gives us a peek behind the curtain on his new Safdie Brothers film. All this and more on this week's episode of Freeze Frame.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to Freeze Frame, episode 104. This is a show where we stop, take a moment to discuss all the heavily talked about news of the week, talking about movies, TV, pop culture, streaming, all that fun stuff and more. This is brought to you by Strictly Casual, of course. Vince, how you doing? Welcome.
Doing all right, man. Been a
Welcome
week
back.
already. It's already been a week.
It's already been a week. It's crazy. Time has gone by, and what a busy time it was.
We had a great weekend. We can't say busy every week. I
Extra
refuse
busy,
to
I was
say
going
it.
to say. Extra busy.
Because we say it every week.
And yeah, it's my go-to. So I need to definitely come up with something else because
We had a good weekend, though.
Yeah, we had a great
WonderCon.
weekend. It was a fun weekend, actually. It wasn't, it wasn't even busy. It was more of a fun week. It was a fun time.
Yeah.
We got to see each other. We got to hang out.
Saw some friends along the way.
Saw some friends. Got to catch up with people, take
Yeah.
great photos, and get comics signed by cool people.
Yeah,
Talk about
Ryder, what a nice guy. Stood in line for damn near hours to get a comic book signed for me. Thank you, Ryder. I appreciate you.
Yeah, me and Peyton were like, I appreciate that. Me and Peyton were like, look, this is not Vincent's fault. We're just like, what is up with this one guy? Because look, when you go, usually get to get your comics signed, ladies and gents, you usually bring one or two, and there's usually a limit, right? This guy brought crates, full crates.
Oh, God.
And he's doing 1, 2, and he's dumping out, stacks. And then they were even the same comic. The same
He's
one.
selling, bro. One to keep, one to sell.
So we were just like, oh my gosh, we're mad. But it's okay because we got it done. I was happy to get it done. I was like, I want this done. You know what I mean? Like, I want to get. So I talked to Tom King and I was like, hey, it's for my buddy. I said it was like, it's a surprise. Huge fan of DC and
There we
he
go.
loves this. So he was like, that's awesome. So it was great. It was
So
a good time.
exciting.
But
I can't wait to see it.
ladies and gents, if you're listening on audio platforms, feel free to give us a review. Let us know what you like and let us know how we can improve. It always helps us out. Of course, we have all the social media linked down below from our Instagram and Twitter where you can hear more about us personally, see what we're up to on our lives. And of course, you can follow Strictly Casual on all the socials you can imagine. And, if you're checking out YouTube and you have a reel or a short that you find, show it some love because it helps us out if it pops up on
And
the feed.
hey, the big reason we were at WonderCon is because we did some interviews that you might be seeing soon on YouTube. So
That's
very
true.
exciting.
We should be, I'm just thinking about this, we should be, we want to thank all you guys because we got press because of y'all. It was our first con as press and we were like, wow, how crazy is this?
It was pretty cool walking around with that WonderCon press badge. It says Ryder Maldonado, strictly casual. And mine was Vincent DeSantis.
It's
Strictly
Vincent
casual. So awesome.
Press DeSantis.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Yep, just like that.
But it was a good time. And so stay tuned. I'm excited to kind of get working on those interviews. They're looking great so far. They're looking on my side. I know you have the other ones. So
I don't know. Wait, what?
on one of the SD cards, yeah.
Oh, what do I have?
You have Aaron's and you have Amanda.
Oh,
Yeah, the
I
first
thought-
two.
my B.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
It's okay. No, that's what I'm saying. We're
About
going to do a swap. But
Got it.
yeah, so I'll just say this real quick, like a little tease. The one I was excited for, there's a voice actor from Resident Evil Village.
Yeah, he was the best interview. It was
So
awesome.
that was fun. Yeah. And
Let's get into the news today. I want to jump into this first topic, and that is Cannes Film Festival will premiere 3 of my most anticipated movies this year. This comes from Variety. The festival has invited Disney's Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, and it certainly boasts all the right ingredients to make for a glamorous and memorable moment at the festival. Hollywood may have a large presence at this year's fest, as teased in an exclusive interview with Cannes chief Thierry Frumeau, which was just published. The French Riviera Set Festival has also secured Martin Scorsese's Killers of the Flower Moon, starring DiCaprio, De Niro, Lily Gladstone, and Jesse Plemons. Other films eyeing Cannes launch include Wes Anderson's Asteroid City, with an ensemble cast that includes Tom Hanks, Margot Robbie, Scarlett Johansson, and Tilda Swinton. The official selection will be unveiled April 13th. The festival previously announced that Ruben Östlund, the Swedish director who won the Palme d'Or twice for The Square and Triangle of Sadness, will preside over the festival, which I think that just means he's hosting. Like, he's the face. He'll be the face of the festival. This is the 76th edition of the Cannes Film Festival, and it will run May 16th through 27th. So 2 months away from kind of getting a pulse on what the must-see films of the year will be. Because here, just like we talked about last year, we'll hear about films that we haven't heard of. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
these are three that we have heard of that are, very highly anticipated. But there will also be ones that premiere that we haven't heard of that will come out maybe October, December area, and we'll get award season
Ooh,
buzz. So it's like we got to remember these titles, these names, because
true.
we'll be like, we heard it first. You know what I mean?
No, you're right. And in another world, I'd be like, Wes Anderson, Asteroid City. I don't know what that is, but it sounds enticing. But in this reality, I'm very excited. I'm very excited. Of the three that you mentioned, it's hard. I mean, of course, I'm excited for all three of these, but it's like, wow, Wes Anderson, this is cool. A new film that I could see. And what a great cast. It seems like, I don't know. We don't know nothing about this. So I'm like, whatever.
They released the poster today, the
Oh,
first
they did?
official poster, and it's kind of a desert-ish landscape with a giant asteroid divot in it. And there's a cast list on the right side, and it's super long. It's like Jeff Goldblum, Tom Hanks, this, that. Like every
Interesting.
famous actor that he's worked with is in this movie, just like every movie he works on, which is great.
Oh, I see. Wow, that's fantastic. Okay, I like the vibe. Like it gives me like road trip vibes. Like
Totally, it kind of does,
like
yeah.
when you're going on Route 66 and you're
Yeah.
kind of the West Coast road trip. Yeah, of course, the
Right.
number one, his go-to, Jason Schwartzman.
Yep.
Jason Schwartzman. How awesome. That's cool. Yeah, and then like you said, it's one of those things where I want to ask, was like Everything Everywhere film premiered at a film fest. I don't know if it was Cannes or that it premiered at, but
Yeah, I don't know where
it was one of those where it was like, this film is getting a lot of film fest buzz, and it's all like, okay.
Yeah.
So it's kind of crazy, right? How we gotta keep an eye out and remember these films, because when they release, they're usually the ones that take over.
It looks like it was at South by Southwest.
Okay. Yeah,
March
I don't
11th,
doubt it.
2022. And then the following,
Wow.
at the end of the month, that's when it got its theatrical.
Wild. Dial of Destiny. Do you think that Dial of Destiny? Do you think that one's gonna be well, I don't want to gauge like the quality of the film, but, like that's gonna be a crazy experience though to see it. And do you think Harrison Ford will show up? Maybe.
Probably.
somebody.
But I mean, I hope so. I mean, Cannes is a big deal. It's a huge deal. It's not as big of a deal in the US
Mhm.
because I think the focus is Hollywood, and Cannes has never been the focus on Hollywood. So it's interesting that it's getting, I mean, Scorsese is Hollywood, but like
Mhm.
his films would premiere there. I don't know about, I'm sure Wes Anderson too, but like having Indiana Jones there is like bridging a gap, I
Yeah.
guess, between like not more pretentious film, but like I don't know,
More
what is regarded
cinema
as
in
like highly
quotes.
regarded
Yeah. That too,
versus
yeah.
like Indiana Jones, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's cool. I'm really excited that Indiana
Mhm.
Jones is going to be there, and it says it was invited to be there. Like the festival invited Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny to premiere. So that's
Come
exciting.
Join us for an evening at Cannes.
Exactly.
Our professor, well, your former professor, Zach Shaney, he was telling us how APU was planning a trip to go to Cannes, and he had it all planned out, a whole Paris trip, but then COVID hit. And he said it was so hard. Oh, you
I was
were
on that sign up. I was on that sign up,
dude, how insane.
I was on the mailing list. I was on it. I was trying to figure it out. I was like, how do I scrape together enough money to do this?
Wow, that's sad, but it is.
Would have been awesome.
It would have been crazy. And he said maybe in another 10 years we'll see. And I was like, God, 10 years.
Yeah.
Well, exciting stuff. We want to move on to Adam Sandler, or okay?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, here we go. This is cool, exciting stuff. Adam Sandler reveals new details about his next film with the Uncut Gems duo. This comes from Screen Rant. Adam Sandler reveals new details about his next movie with writer-directors Josh and Benny Safdie. The iconic comedic actor played against type in the 2019 crime thriller, resulting in another career-defining dramatic performance for Sandler as Howard Ratner, a Jewish-American jeweler whose gambling addiction gets him mixed up with violent loan sharks. The Safdies, who are also known for another anxiety-ridden film, Good Time, are now... that's Good Time with Robert Pattinson?
Yeah.
Wow.
Have you seen that?
No. Now
Oh, dude, you gotta watch it.
Yeah, okay. Ooh.
It's really good.
They are now reuniting with Sandler for their next film, which is currently untitled and set to start filming soon. Now, during a recent interview with Collider, promoting Murder Mystery 2, coming to Netflix.
Which I can't wait to watch.
Yeah,
I'll be watching that.
Dude, me too. I think it's March 31st is when it released, so a couple days.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Sandler revealed some new details about his next film with these directors. The actor shares a key plot detail, saying the film is set in the sports memorabilia world, which already is a can of worms because
Sounds like Uncut Gems. Like if we're
It
back in
does.
the
And we
crime
were at
world.
Comic-Con. We know how crazy memorabilia of any type can be for
Sure.
collectors.
Yeah.
I can only imagine like trying to get that baseball card, trying
Yeah.
to, like save it. Like if someone stole it, it's like, I need that back, That thing is
Yeah.
worth a lot of money. Um,
So Sandler says it's
mhm.
in the sports memorabilia world, and I just kind of want them to decide how they want to present it. We're working on that, but I think this summer, meaning like I think they're gonna start shooting this summer.
Fantastic, dude. That's gonna be great.
Yeah, and the final thing we have here is last year Sandler confirmed that he and the Uncut Gems director had a new movie in the works, praising the sibling writing and directing duo for their unparalleled work ethic. So far, the only other substantive reveal from Sandler is that the first draft of the script is insanely long at 340 pages, which is expected to be cut down considerably for the final product. The Safdies have likely finished a few shorter drafts since then, with Sandler now saying their plan is to start shooting the film this summer. If it pans out, could realistically be released early next year.
Wow. I think this could be great because here's the thing, right? Like, let's say you have a comic book signed by someone, or again, like if it's sports, then a baseball card or anything. It could be many things, like a baseball signed by someone. But you put it in a bag, and that bag gets like stolen, or someone gets it.
Sure, yeah.
The nightmare isn't that they have that thing; it's that they don't know that they have it. So it's
Right.
like, how are they going to treat this
I bet that
item?
there's gonna be like an item. Like in
Mhm.
Uncut Gems, it was the opal. That
Oh
was like the
yeah.
item.
Mhm.
And then I'm sure this is gonna be like, oh, it's a glove worn by this person from this time, or like a basketball. Actually, I bet they don't go basketball this time since they went basketball the last
True,
movie.
true. Basketball is it's right on the nail, because they seem to love it so much. But yeah, it would be
Yeah.
like a football jersey. I mean, there's so many things it could be that
Yeah.
hold value, right? I think baseball cards right now, I think would hold the most value. I would say if it's like old and
Hmm.
signed,
Really.
shoot, it might baseball cards might be the most, or like a baseball. I would say
It'd be
baseball's the
interesting.
most. I don't
I
know.
can't wait to see it regardless. I'll
Yeah,
watch any movie that the Safdie brothers make, and if Adam Sandler's on board with them and it's anything like Uncut Gems, count me in.
their
Count me in.
tone. It's their tone, man. They know how to do it. You're right.
It's unparalleled.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think we're good for the next one.
Moving on to the clip, I'm going to give you the countdown in 3, 2, 1. Go for it.
Daredevil Born Again season 2 is reportedly already in the works? Question mark. Well, Vincent D'Onofrio recently had an interview talking about what we can expect from the first season, and he's talking maybe a season 2. Who knows? Maybe it's just chatter, but let's go ahead and get into what happened recently with Vinny D'Onoff. Let's take it.
The show is going to be very different than the Netflix show, he says. It's something that people are not going to expect. D'Onofrio spoke to Newsweek ahead of the season 3 finale of crime drama Godfather in Harlem. Is that a show that he's in?
I believe
did
so,
not know
yeah.
that. And he's already a few weeks into filming Daredevil Born Again. He sported his classic bald look for Wilson Fisk while talking over Zoom. The actor explained that the new show might be different to what fans of the original are expecting. However, it is also something that will provide, quote, gigantic payoffs in both its first and second season. D'Onofrio added that both Cox and Berthnell will play a major role in the show. Very, very cool. What else do we have here?
Let's see. He said we've only started shooting. I think we're a couple weeks in. The show is going to be very, very different than the Netflix show, and it's very exciting because what we're doing is quite something. He says, I think it's something that people are not going to expect, but always with
Classic.
these, yeah, same, the usual quotes we hear. But always with these Marvel old comic stories that are being revisited and reinvented by us actors and the writers. The main thing is to answer the fans. Interesting stuff. Okay.
Weird.
And then he said to give them what they want, but to try to be original in some way at the same time. And so that's what we're doing on the show. He says it's definitely an original way to look at this, and it's really deep and really emotional. And then he teased plans for a second season on Disney Plus show.
Wild.
Which is, sometimes you say things and you don't think about it when you're in an interview, but he says, and by the second season, there are gigantic, gigantic payoffs in the first season too. But I can't say much about that, but the fans are going to really get what they want. It's really quite cool to be doing it.
Yeah. And, okay, to recount some old facts, this is a 24 episode show?
Yeah, I believe so. Around that area. Good. Yeah, I would say so.
Which is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, even the Netflix show is like 12 or something a season, right?
Yeah.
So, we got some behind the scenes. These are kind of leaks, so if you don't really want to know, I guess you can
Slight
skip ahead,
spoilers,
but
yeah.
it seems like this will take place after the snap. There were some set photos of like stuff on walls and all that kind of stuff that were like where the people gone like rapture type stuff, or like basically signaling that this world is like it's living in a post-snap kind of world. I don't know how they're going to explain the Daredevil being in a different dimension or different multiverse, whatever the crap it is. I don't know how they're going to do that. It'll be interesting.
I went to a panel for new rock stars, and they were talking about this too. About do you want to see more of the blip being shown in Marvel, or are we done with the blip? Are we done with the whole coming back? Are you ready to move on in the future, or maybe more hints of what the world was like during that era?
I think they have so much explaining to do, like of
yeah,
where people are at. So like I don't think I mind it, but if it's in every single thing, it gets, I don't know. It's like, okay, we get it. You were gone, you're back now.
for sure.
It has to be in a story. It has to be in the story in an interesting way. It can't just be used to be like, the show started, Daredevil is now in a new dimension. It's like it's gonna be like the Twilight Zone guy. It's like, welcome back, like, or whatever.
This is Hell's Kitchen.
This
Charlie Cox's return. But is he the same? Find out this week.
Exactly. I don't know if I want anything like that, because that's kind of how it felt in was it WandaVision, where
Monica comes back? Well, Monica came back in that. Yeah.
Cool scene though. Scene how they did that, like running through the hospital. Very scary, people are like, dissipating. Like
Yelena came back in Hawkeye. They showed that, which was like, oh, another person that we didn't know.
Oh, that was like random in front of a mirror, right?
Yeah. She like went and came back, and it was like second for her. So they kind of show like what it felt like for them. So we're getting more angles. So it's like there's only so much, maybe a little more. But
here's what I have to think about too. Matt Murdock is in Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And he's established lawyer at this point in this new dimension or this new multiverse. Is this show before that then?
Yeah, or is he just? It could go back and forth, because like I think I feel like it has to connect a little bit to Echo, and I feel like Echo takes place again after Hawkeye, which is after all that. You know what I mean? Like it's after. If they go back, I see like maybe they go back and forth, but not a lot. Just some scenes, sometimes to see maybe how he started his new office, right? Maybe something like that. But as for something that I want, this is just like a little thing. It's not like that I'm crazy about it, but if we saw Spider-Man versus Kingpin, that'd be cool. If those are some of the teasers, like fan servicey type thing. Vinny D'Onofrio.
You think we're getting Spider-Man in this show?
I don't think this show, but I think like Vinny D'Onofrio is talking like, hey, we're setting the groundwork for the ground level of Spider-Man, the Punisher, the Daredevil, Kingpin, Spider. You know what I mean? Like I think the street level is what's gonna save Marvel now. You know, not that Marvel needs saving. I'm just saying like the street level is what's gonna be the strongest right now. They have an opportunity here to bring Marvel to a new level with these street level characters like Daredevil, like Kingpin.
I hope so. I can only pray, but we will find out next year is when Born Again comes out.
At this point, bro, knows. I'm gonna
actually,
because there's a lot of delays, you know, and
delays. VFX coordinator got booted. What was her name?
Victoria Alonso, the head of the post production.
Did you see what she said? She said we weren't able to make quality work. Like in the last, she said like some quote where she's like, I wasn't proud of the work that we had released, something like this. It was an article I read on Variety. I don't know, but
interesting.
It was interesting.
I haven't. Yeah, Majors too. Oh, the whole can of worms getting to Majors. I forgot.
That's a can of worms. I'm not ready. I'm not prepared to talk about Majors. But good God, problems.
But Vinny D'Onofrio, though, as long as he's coming back, I'm happy.
Unproblematic guy right there, Vinny D'Onofrio. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to know more about Daredevil, Born Again, Season 1 and Season 2, stay right here at Strictly Casual. If you want to listen to this entire podcast, you can go to the podcast platforms and type in Freeze Frame Strictly Casual to a little yellow box. It says Freeze Frame. This is episode 104. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Peace out. Beautiful.
Gigantic payoffs. Gigantic ones, dude.
Ugh. Right. Sure is something.
Moving on now. We got a little stuff here. Following John Wick. I saw John Wick last night. Oh, yeah, you did. Baby. I'll get into that in a little bit. But we got some details on a potential spinoff, the Continental. This hits Peacock in September. It's 3 90-minute episodes.
Ooh, 3 parts, 3 movies-ish. Okay.
How you feeling about the John Wick universe? Do you want more? Do you want more of this? Like
I find the lore in like the Continental stuff very interesting. I feel like this could be the thing that dissolves the mystery behind it and makes it not interesting. Like that.
Here's all the answers you need. Right. Here's how it was created. Here's
who are they casting as Because isn't it Ian McShane's character as a younger
That's
or something like
true.
that?
Yeah, I don't think we've gotten castings. I think this is very early pre-production, at least for
Okay.
Continental.
Yeah.
But the John Wick producer says a new film in the franchise will be announced in the next, say, month or two. So then I'm hope
That's
there's
just
an.
Ballerina, right?
Well, apparently they say. I think they continue to say. Then I'm hopeful there's a Ballerina 2 or John Wick 5 and lots of other things. So I'm guessing that's not
Sure.
included. How wild that
Well, I mean,
maybe.
I don't want to. We're not talking spoilers or anything about John Wick 4, but I think it was a good ending of the thing. Like I think there's more to do. There's still something in the fifth one that I could see them going after, but I'm also okay if 4 is the last one.
And I am getting spoiled by Ballerina. They were like, here's who's returning for Ballerina. So and
But
so and so and so. And it's like, oh, okay.
Ballerina takes place between 3 and 4.
Oh.
Because okay,
Oh.
so all right, I
Ooh.
went to the Q&A with Chad
Okay.
and Keanu
Oh, yeah,
last
yeah.
Wednesday. And there's a lot of questions being asked,
Mhm.
and some of them, what Q&As, it's like not all the questions are like, I don't know, feel like worthless or like, okay, cool, you're just
How do you
talking
feel,
about
dude?
whatever it is. Yeah, how you feeling about
How
this?
you
Blah blah.
feel?
Blah. But I thought the questions were really good this time. They talked about how John Wick 1 and 3 take place within a week or a week and a half. That's how Chad imagines it. He's like, it all takes place in a week, and then there's a 6-month
Wow.
gap, and then it's part 4. That's how he
That's crazy. Yeah, it took him 6 months to recover from
from the
falling
fall.
off a building.
Yeah. So he says during that time is when Ballerina will take place with Anna de Armas, and Keanu said he has already shot his part in the movie. He says it's good. I don't know, whatever that was. He was like just talking about how it was cool. And yeah, so I think I'm excited for Ballerina because it seems like there's a lot of the same stunt teams that worked on John Wick 4 on this. I don't
Yeah.
know if Chad's directing Ballerina. I don't think so. I think someone else is.
Well,
Um,
I hope he's still executive producing and like staying
I'm
attached.
sure.
Yeah.
It's his world.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's his world.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. That opens up a whole thing because if there is an announcement of John Wick 5, that answers it. But yeah, like you said, I think there's a good
Maybe,
ending
yeah.
set up for this fourth
me
one.
too.
And I'd be happy. It was a great 4 movies.
Yeah, me too. Moving on. Liv Tyler will return as Betty Ross in Captain America: New World Order. New look, joke. What is that, Ryder?
Okay, so Liv Tyler was in the first Incredible Hulk with Ed Norton. And so, I saw this on Twitter, and I was kind of thinking of a funny joke where it's like, oh, great. Now they're going to, when she sees Mark Ruffalo, it's going to be like, hey, you look a little different. I could see them doing very easily work. Now her father is Harrison Ford. Her dad's Harrison Ford now, and not, rest in peace,
But
the late
didn't he
great.
die in the Hulk movie?
No. He's alive and well because he was in Captain America: Civil War. Remember, he's the Secretary Ross now.
Oh, so Harrison Ford's just a recast for him?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
He passed.
Dude, this is getting really confusing. we have
So
people.
Yeah.
Keep going.
His daughter is Betty Ross, which is Bruce Banner's love interest, and that's why the dad kind of I hate your Bruce, but that's over with, right? That was Incredible Hulk.
I bet that they don't even mention that she's from a
No.
previous movie, and they treat her like she's a new character.
Okay, it's just gonna be like, oh, hi Betty, nice to meet you.
Totally,
Nice.
I think so. And maybe there'll be a look on her. There's gonna be like a look on her face or something like that, and people are gonna be like, "Oh my god, she knows, and she's still in love with them, even though like there's gonna be some BS like that." You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh, yeah. It's gonna be a little
Yuck.
confusing, but this new
I
Captain
don't-
America film is getting stacked with like old people, like
People are
bringing
joking
in-
that it's a Hulk film, but I don't really understand that joke because there's 2 people from Hulk,
Just-
I guess.
I mean, three characters
stuff
at
on
this
Twitter.
point. It's Ross, it's the bad guy, and then Betty Ross, which were all in the Incredible Hulk. So they're just bringing them to this. But it's about Cap, and then even Isaiah Bradley, the actor that played.
So good. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's now in cast. He's just recently casted into it. So
Cool.
it's just
I want to see him suit up.
Oh yeah. Well, I
That'd
think
be so epic.
I don't know if his nephew. I think I meant the older
Yeah.
guy. You want to? Oh, you want to see him suit
That'd
up?
be the coolest thing of all time. Yeah, I love that.
He's like, time to help out,
It would be so dope.
Sam. But
And then, yeah, I don't know. Cool. Captain America.
Yeah.
I don't know whenever it
New
comes
Cap.
out. What's the next Marvel thing? Secret Invasion.
I want to say
No,
May
Guardians.
Guardians, yeah.
And then Secret Invasion.
And then as for the Disney Plus series, we don't know. There's no
Ew,
there's no
interesting.
confirmation.
It's Echo. It's done. It's ready to go.
No, we'll talk. But
Oh, you think there's a secret thing coming? You think there's a pop?
I think there's just delays. Honestly, they're just getting delayed.
Wow.
Yeah.
So there's none this year.
Mhm.
They're all over.
No, I don't know about that. I think they are releasing one because I think they're releasing
Secret Invasion.
something.
It's gotta be.
Potentially, yeah.
Potentially.
Potentially.
There's something you know. There's something you know. Anyways, moving on to the last thing here. Martin Scorsese's Killers of the Flower Moon sets limited opening on October 6th and wide release October 20th. That means that it will get a 2-week theater release before it hits Apple TV Plus to, once again,
Qualify.
in classic Martin Scorsese fashion, try to get nominated for an Oscar by doing the theatrical release, just like he did with his last film, The Irishman.
I'm with them. I'd do the same thing. Are you kidding me?
Oh, I just wouldn't release on streaming service.
Oh yeah, I would.
Did you see Creed? Creed's going to digital already after 3
really?
weeks, and it made so much money in the theater. I feel like that's a huge mistake. I would keep it in the theater for at least another month.
Yikes. Yeah. Yeah, it could make more. I think it still has a life in the theater. I don't know why they would take it off so fast.
Totally.
That's sad.
We live in a weird world now where movies are
Yeah.
going to be in the theater for like a month and then be like $20 PVOD, and then
PVOD.
I don't know. Yeah, that's what they call it, premium
PVOD.
video on demand.
What a weird thing. PVOD.
Because it's a $20 rental. A PVOD is a $20 rental versus a $7 rental, and that's how they get away with renting it early.
Dude, imagine me and you are in a Starbucks and I'm, you're getting a drink and I bump into you. I'm like, yo, Vinny, are you watching Creed PVOD?
Are you watching Creed on PVOD,
I
dude?
just yell that out,
Yeah, I
like
am.
all nonchalant. People would be
Yeah.
like, what are you saying?
I can't stop thinking about that term now. Once I heard it, I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
It's like, dude, you have to watch Joker 2 PVOD.
You got to watch it on PVOD, dude. It's the only
What?
way.
No, but yeah, we'll be there day one, baby, for this.
For Killers of the
Killers,
Flower?
yeah,
Oh,
Killers.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, now we're in the point where we chat about all the goodies we've seen. What have you been watching? Been cooking?
I've only watched one movie and that this week, and that has been
fun.
John Wick Chapter 4, which was, I cannot stop thinking about it. It lives rent-free in my mind. The action sequences
Yeah.
are incredible. Everything about it, I absolutely love.
You
It's
haven't
so
put it in a
fun.
letterbox yet. I'm surprised. Are you waiting? To
I
kind
have.
of- Oh, you have now? I was,
Yeah.
I was
I
looking
put it.
for it.
I
Let's
put
see.
it there the day after.
Ready? And you have it at a. Why don't I see your thing?
It's a big reveal.
Are
I thought about bumping it up.
you sure, bro? Are you sure?
I'm sure. I got my review pulled up right here.
Okay, I just want to ready and the members and HQs of Boba Shinga. It's loading.
Here we go.
8 stars. Okay, 8 out of 10. Let's go.
Pretty good. I was close to a 9. I might bump it up if I see
Wow.
it again. I
And
don't
so
know.
here's the thing. I'm with you on that 8, but I put it at a 9 solely because John Wick drove my dream car, the 71 Barracuda,
It's pretty awesome.
and he was doing cool stunts in that car. And I was like, yep, that's it right there, baby. That's all I wanted.
Did you see it with Peyton last night?
I did, yeah. It was a wild
It's
time.
awesome.
Did you see it in IMAX?
I saw it in Dolby.
Oh my gosh, the bass! I've never experienced a movie that loud in my life, dude. The first punch,
Yeah.
the first scene, boom! It shook the whole chair, dude.
Yep.
And everyone started laughing because I've never felt bass that loud in my entire life, ever.
It's awesome. It is so good. If you need to go see this in the theater, like if you're even thinking about it, like just go do it. It's
Yeah.
another one of those.
There was one scene. I'll just say this, baby. Dragon's breath.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. It's so impressive.
Talk
Everything
about-
about it is so impressive.
Talk about iconic, man. That is.
My jaw dropped the entire movie. I was like every single
Dude,
second.
and then the stairs. Oh.
It's everything about it. I can't wait to
Infinite
go see it
stare.
again. I mean, we're talking Donnie Yen,
God,
just
Donnie
incredible.
Yen, dude.
Scott Adkins in
Oh
a
my-
fat suit. We're
Scott
talking about some of the
Adkins,
best, some of the best martial artists ever in this movie doing stuff.
I
doing
know,
cool things.
dude.
Tracker, cool new character.
Oh
Loved
yeah,
him.
Mr. Nobody was cool. I was
Mr.
I like
Nobody,
him.
yeah.
No, but I was calling him the Tracker too the whole time. I was like, Tracker.
The new I don't know the actress's name, but she was part of the
Oh yeah, Hiroyuki's daughter.
Okasawa's Continental.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
that was awesome.
Man, to have Hiroyuki Sanada and Donnie Yen. Oh my
Oh.
god, it was just like this is perfect.
Yeah, it was an event. It was epic.
Yeah,
Uh,
there were some scenes where I was thinking about you. I was like, oh, I bet he's just busting this right now.
dude, every scene I was busting this. I thought the end was so great. The duel was great. Everything was awesome.
Oh yeah, how classic they did a duel.
I can't
Even
wait to
Bill
watch it.
Skarsgård, his outfits.
Dude, the costume designer really
Oh,
popped off with this movie.
oh my gosh.
Okay, let me tell you a little something else too.
Yeah, yeah.
This is not a spoiler. This is just part of the Q&A that I thought was really interesting. So the director of this is doing the Ghost of Tsushima movie.
Oh,
Chad. That's his next film.
oh
Is Ghost of Tsushima.
shoot.
And so, of course,
Oh,
going to like the IGN screening, the guy was asking me, he's like, "We have a lot of people here into games. We can't wait for Ghost of Tsushima. Can you tell us anything about it?" And he said that the final scene, the duel, you know how there's all those colors and like
uh-huh.
it's pretty beautiful in the background. It's like what's going on, even though the focus is on just the people. He said that all of those he shot, like there's no green screen in that scene. Like there's a little bit of green screen on the side, but most of the colors are um in post. So like he would able to put
Mm,
those colors in to like simulate the sunset, and it's like this new technology or whatever. And he's like,
right.
really, I want to do that scene with this technology because I'm going to be using it a lot during Ghost of Tsushima to make those landscapes in the game feel exactly the same in the game as in the movie, like stuff like
Wow.
that. And I was like, wow, this is gonna be cool.
Dude, you know what? I wouldn't mind throwing in Hiroyuki Sanada in this Ghost of Tsushima movie. Are
That'd be
you
cool.
kidding me? I know he's gotten a little older, but like when I was 14 years old, there was a universe where I was like, cast this guy as Takeo Masaki in the new Zombies film if there's a Black Ops Zombies movie, but
Sure.
because he's perfect, dude. But
Yeah.
I mean, throw him in still because he's so legendary. I love him in any samurai film,
Sure.
but yeah, I wonder who's gonna play.
Jin
Honestly,
Takai.
like I'm sure you
Jin
agree,
Sakai.
they got to bring back the original guy. I wish they
It'd be
would.
cool. I mean, if
Right?
they want him to do it, it'd be yeah, it'd be interesting. I haven't seen him in anything else, and so it's like I don't really know. Yeah,
What's the lines where he goes, "I rest in pool," where he goes in and he
the haiku when
meditate?
he
Yeah, yeah,
just
it's
gets
so
butt
fun.
naked. There
I love
better
that.
be a butt naked
Oh,
soak
I
in
know,
this
right?
movie. Better be.
But yeah,
Well,
the fact that you brought up Chad directing Ghosts, I was like, dude, oh my god, I forget.
oh, it's gonna be awesome. He's directing a samurai movie.
That's
Like
true.
he's done
He's already
did,
done it, and it's like, oh, so good. So you
the
can
Okasawa
imagine.
continental section of this. Imagine that in like feudal Japan is gonna be insane.
Oh, it's gonna be an awesome movie, dude.
Yeah, it's gonna be incredible. Very excited. Well, everybody, thank you so much for watching episode 100. And wait, what have you been
What's
watching?
that?
I'm sorry, I didn't.
Oh, well,
That's all
John Wick really was what I've been
That was it
watching,
for
and
me. Yeah.
then I mean,
Succession,
Succession. Yeah, I mean, come on, baby, I'm watching Succession, and
the big suck.
the Big Suck. That episode was pretty amazing. Anytime I watch that, I'm just feeling just happy. I don't know.
Really,
Even
I
though
felt
it's so,
gross after this episode.
it is very it is very
It's so sad.
disgusting, brothers.
Yes.
But it's just happy because it's like I'm watching a play. I'm very separated from it. I do not associate with anybody, so I'm just very much like, cool, let me watch these people attack each other.
I really feel like we're in a Game of Thrones situation with Succession here, where like people are really rooting for a certain person to get up on top, and I don't know. I think they're all going down. I don't think anybody's going on top.
I saw a theory that it was like, what if Logan makes Greg the CEO so he can still control him, and he is the youngest, and
Yeah.
all the siblings will be completely shocked by it. And I'll be
Yeah,
like,
I think that's a totally valid. Yeah, I
yeah.
think that
Honestly,
could
you can
happen.
say that with anybody, and it'll be like,
Mhm.
what? Yeah.
We shall see. It's very
Logan might
exciting.
die. He
though.
might kick the bucket.
I hope not. It feels cheap, unless that's the thing that forces them to do it.
He's already
They've
talking
been saying
about.
he's sick.
He was talking about in this scene in this show, this series, the first episode. What do you think happens after we die? And I was like, they're writing it.
Yeah, sure,
Mark, my lord, my lord, I'm on you,
sure.
Mark.
Well,
That's
that's it for me.
it for me.
That was episode 104 of Freeze Frame. Thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next week. Stay tuned for those interviews coming soon. Love y'all. Bye bye.